What's going on, everybody? Richie here. Got some various top sets from the last couple weeks of training. And then I had a deload week before that, so that's why I haven't seen y'all in a little bit. And I didn't record everything, but I got a lot, so we'll just walk through what's been going on lately. Here we got 208 going for 5 plus, capping the set at 10. I wind up getting the 10. My body responded very well to having a deload week, just being able to rest, recover, come back fresh. And I responded well by hitting rep PRs or tying rep PRs in almost all my main lifts. So that's a rep PR right there, calculated 1 rep max, 273. First time I calculated 1 rep max has been over 270 on bench. So, it's my worst lift out of my main lifts, but it's headed in the right direction at least. My Joker sets are suffering. Those AMRAPs are really taking it out of me, and so as a result, my Joker sets are suffering. As long as I'm hitting rep PRs, though, can't be too mad. Now, speaking of hitting rep PRs, I got around 240 total with my body weight and the additional weight on the set of pull-ups. Shooting for 10, going for 5 plus, shooting for 10, and wind up getting like 9.5. So, that's right up there with my best set ever. And calculated 1 rep max on pull-ups is over 300. So even pull-ups have been progressing. The thing is, pull-ups is one of my most advanced moves. I think what's been keeping me progressing in it, because it's the only thing that I do different for pull-ups that I don't do for everything else, is that I've been rotating the grip. Now, some of these other moves, like I said, I don't think I'm advanced enough to be switching up too much, right? I just need to focus on really getting these basic lifts down before I start doing, all kinds of, different variations. Pull-ups is another story, right? Because I have a lot more experience doing this lift, right? I was doing this well before I started doing barbell training. You guys know when I used to pretty much only do calisthenics. I think rotating the grips has been helpful in being able to continue progressing in pull-ups. So that's going to be something that I have to remember and maybe experiment with if some of these other lifts start to get really good. I start to get really good at and maybe start to stall with them. So I jump back in this week, go 2 for 2 rep PRs, and then I hit press. 140 for 10, calculated 1 rep max, up there like 183. I wind up hitting 365 for 9 on deadlift. That's a rep PR because, I just started doing rep work again with deadlifts. And then this happened. What you just saw was I couldn't do more than 1 rep with 255 pounds on a squat. All right. Now I'm like, I'm not going out like that. Let me try this again. And you know what? I just feel a pain in my groin, and I'm like, it's not worth pushing. It could have just been something about the way I warmed up. Not really 100% sure, but I called it right there. I'm supposed to be hitting 5 plus on these sets. But I come back the next day, because I don't want to miss a week if I don't have to, right? So I figured I'll at least ramp back up to my top set again and see if it feels bad, I'm going to leave it alone. But I got to give it another fair shot. So I came back the next day, warmed up, ramped up, and wind up getting back up to 255, and wasn't my greatest day ever. So it would have been a perfect week, would have been like 5 for 5 on all my main lifts if I would have hit a rep PR right here. But it doesn't have to be a perfect score every single week. I'm just happy to have gotten back under that weight and at least get something in, right? At least preserve some of that motor pattern movement, preserve some of the muscle instead of just completely, letting it waste away over the next week. Nah, I know that's not going to happen that easily, but you guys get what I'm saying. I really get 1 working set a week for all my main lifts. I get 1 working set a week, so I really want to make it count. If I can't, I would like to at least, give it my best effort. Now, if I would have felt another pain right here the next day, I would have called it and said, all right, it's all good, work around it, find something else to do. I'm just glad I was able to do something and actually hit pretty good depth on a lot of those reps as well. So it still wound up being a productive workout. Here, my camera fell down whenever I was recording before I got into the shot. But yeah, I got 385 here, going for 3 plus, and I wind up getting I think I wound up getting 8, and I decided to cap the set at 8 as well. Form started to break down a little bit then as well. This is a rep PR. It wasn't worth going further, but you could see based on that bar speed that ain't RPE 10. Definitely not. That ain't even RPE 9. That's like, that's like I have a minimum 2 more reps in me. It's just, is it worth it? Because at that point I'm fatigued. But looking forward to pulling 500 pretty soon. That calculated 1 rep max right there is like 480. I already know I'll be able to take that down this week. But not in a rush. We'll see. I might just go for a 5 rep max with like 405 instead. We shall see. I like to train intuitively, see how I feel on that day, and make my decision then. Now this wasn't my best bench workout. I'm going for 3+. I think I get like 7. Where I was gonna cap it at 8, don't get it. Decided to go joker up. Just not clicking. Just not clicking on this day for whatever reason. Not a big deal. Wanted to hit a set of 3 with, I believe that is 240. Didn't get it. So I wind up just hitting 2 sets of 2 instead. And this is going to be something that I'm probably going to start doing. Like if I can't achieve a joker set, I might do a little extra, So maybe I didn't do 3 sets on my joker set, but I did a cluster set, 2 sets of 2. And it was pretty much the same story with pull-ups. So here I got, I believe, I missed my AMRAP set here, and I just did my joker set. But I wound up getting 260 for like, I don't know, was that 3 or 4? Either way, just getting in some volume. Like I said, I had an amazing week last week. For me to have 2 in a row would be, a miracle. It happens, but like I said, it's not every week is going to be the best ever. But this was still a pretty good week, to be completely honest. And here I'm pretty much just finishing off with press. I got like 148 on the bar, shooting for 3+, going to cap the set at 8, and I wind up getting 7. I mean, getting 7 on these 3+ sets is still really good. It's still really good. I'm still getting 7 reps with 90% of my training max. So, can't really be too mad about that. Speaking of which, you saw the last squat workout. Wasn't the best of all time, but wanted to rebound this week. Unfortunately, I'm having some lower abdominal issues. I got like a lower ab strain, and you don't realize how much you use your lower abs until you have a lower ab strain. But this is my top set of 3+. Going for 8. I got 240 on the bar. Oh no, my bad. That's 270. 270 on the bar, going for 8. And got a little hip shift on that 6th rep right there. So it just took a lot out of me because I misgrooved it. But put the weight up, go check my my current rep PRs, and I'm like, you know what? That's not even close to a rep PR for me. But the depth was pretty good on a lot of those reps, so we're still making improvements. And you know what? I realized I hadn't hit like a 2 rep or a 3 rep PR in a while, so I decided to just jump the weight up a little bit. I was jumping up in 30-pound increments, so I say, let's go up to 300 and see if I can get a good double or preferably a triple. So this is my 3rd rep right here. All those got good depth. This is the best that my depth has been with a relatively heavy weight for myself. And that was maybe, that was probably 95% there, on the way to being my favorite squat rep of all time if I would have been able to get that one. But wasn't really worth pushing through it and shifting, moving around. Want to stay stable throughout the entire movement. So, but it's all good. Still got a new 2 rep PR. Again, not the greatest day ever, but we're making improvements. The depth is getting better. So as long as I can get better every single workout, that's all I care about, one way or another. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take it easy. Talk to you next time.